Good morning. This is Kathy Crow at the Crow Cottage, and today I'm just taking 5 minutes of your time to talk about bleach, the bleach technique. My team and I did the bleach technique a couple of days ago. We get together once a month, have a great time trying out some new idea that one of us has that we'd like to try. And so yesterday we tried it, and we used this to a wild rose. So this is only going to take a couple of minutes. I just wanted to show you a couple of things about it. So I'm going to lower my camera, and I am going to try to position this so you can see what I'm talking about. So we took our Versamark and embossing powder, and we used Stampin' Up's Grapefruit Grove embossing powder and the shimmer black embossing powder for these things. And then we took our bleach. Just it makes a difference whether you are using if you use old bleach, it doesn't work very well. You have to use new bleach, and you just take one of your blender pens that's a marker. It says blender pen on it. It's actually, I don't know if this is it says it's acid free. I'm not sure if this is one of our, it's not an alcohol one, I don't believe, but it doesn't really matter one way or the other because you're going to just dip it in bleach. And then we just ran it over the cardstock and it bleached it out. Now, as you can see, it on this cardstock color, it bleached it out this really creepy chartreuse color. And then on my friend's, this is the one I was doing, my friend was, Karen was doing this color of cardstock, and it bleached it to this color, which is much nicer, but it still doesn't really get the effect that we wanted, because what we thought we were going to be able to do is be able to drag in some color from the actual cardstock and make it like a watercolor effect, because that's what we'd seen on other videos. We didn't get that. And then I also realized that the problem is that even though your cardstock might look the same, they are very, very different in properties, and you will never know until you actually try your bleach on it to know what you're gonna get. So just for you to be aware that what mine could be really terrible and yours could be really great, okay? Because you're using different paper. So having said that, the other thing that I wanted to tell you about was that as I was trying to color these, now you're going to see I've used a variety of things. I used my marker, I used the blending pens. I was a little concerned that I might ruin the tip of my blending pen lifting up some bleach from my paper. So I'm not sure about that. I've checked my pens a couple of times. They seem to be fine. So I don't know that happened, but there is some whitening on this one. So it's possible that could happen, but I'm a little afraid to use it, but I also just didn't get a very good effect anyway. It's I had hoped that by coloring it bleached, bleaching it out, I'd be able to get a more pure form of the color that I was doing, and I'm not at all. It's just and you're not really able to blend it either. The bleach is having an effect with it that's causing it to just not react with your paper the way it normally would. So you're not really able to use it any better than you would if you had not done the bleach, okay? It's just, as this dries, it's not too bad, but it's not great, okay? Not worth possibly ruining a pen over. I did discover on this one that a better way of just getting white on your flower is with a gel pen. It's going to lay down there in a way where you're still going to see some of the color coming through on the original color that you had, because like this is an old, retired, ugly color, and I don't even remember what it was. It's not a color I liked anyway, but even if it was a color I liked, I don't know that these other effects would have mattered too much, but you can get some white, actual white happening in your flower with a gel pen. you know, that's what I'm just going to go with. I'm going to go with a gel pen on it if I want to lighten it up rather than the bleach. Because I can let that dry, okay? And then this is what happens. It's nice and dry because I used a gel pen to where my flowers overlapped and I really didn't want to. The gel pen's actually going to cover up my, not completely, but very much, it's going to cover up the overlapping flower petal, you know, embossed part, which when you're, you know, double layering a flower like this on. Now I would have to let that dry before I could color on it. And these are not going to color on that. Okay, these things are not going to color on that very well. I mean, they will a little bit, I guess. Let's try it. Let's try it. Maybe they're going to do better than I thought they would. I'm just making sure I'm not getting it. I don't want it to ruin my blending pen. And I'm afraid that a prolonged use, I would, okay? Those are expensive enough. You really don't want to ruin them. And as you can see now, this is what happened with the bleach too. The color goes away. Okay, oops, it's so close you can't even see. Sorry about that. So anyway, I'm finding that if you want to get a better effect with white on a dark cardstock, I think I'm going with the gel pen from now on. Not that I'm ever going to do it. It's not a good enough effect for me to warrant the problems of time, because to wait for that to dry would take a while. And this is my gel pen. It's not very fat. You're not going to, with a gel pen, you're really not going to get any shading at all. You know, you're going to, unless you had like a whole bunch, and I do have a whole bunch, but I don't want to, this is such a tiny point. It's not going to blend well. It can a little, okay? You can a little. If you do that, it'll do it. It'll do it somewhat. Okay, so if you like to play with things, this might be fun for you to try. So I'm going to put the camera up again and say thank you for watching me. This is the kind of the fun things that we do on our team. So join our team. We have less than 1 month. This is the last month of celebration. This is the good time to do it. So just message me if you're interested. It's a great deal. It's lots of fun. But anyway, oh, Tricia, you're watching. So that's just my tip for bleach today. Okay, my little happy tip for bleach. All right, you guys have a great day. It's sunny. The wind is down. I'm going on a bike ride. See you later. Bye.